Good morning to all of you. Myself Vijay Kumar, lecturer in biology, Government Senior Secondary School, Chambo, District Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh. Welcome you all once again in 10+1 biology class. My dear friends, in the last class we have discussed about the cell theory, the very important component of cell, the cell membrane, cell wall. Today we are going to discuss about some of the more important part of the cells as endomembrane system. As the name of this system reflect that what is there in it. Basically endo mean inside, membrane mean झिल्ली membrane, system mean a system comprised of the various membranous parts or cell organelles which have the functions in coordination to each other. ये वो सेल ऑर्गेनलीज का सिस्टम है जो एक दूसरे के साथ सामंजस्य बना के काम करते हैं. They work in coordination with each other. So the system of the cell organelles whose functions are coordinated, they constitute the endomembrane system. There are three basically. One are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, and lysosome. These three are the part of the endomembrane system. We will discuss that how they are connected to each other. They are in coordination with each other. While the some other important organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, ribosomes, these are not working in coordination with these, so they are not the part of the endomembrane system. So see, this endomembrane system can be well explained by theory or hypothesis, which is membrane flow hypothesis. एक बहुत ही जरूरी concept, a very important concept. What is the membrane flow hypothesis? This hypothesis believes that, see here, as we know, the nucleus consists of, you might have studied in the lower classes, in the 9th and metric class, you have studied about that. We will extend the knowledge which is more than the 9th and metric class. You know that nucleus consists of two membranes. You know, it is the outer membrane and this one is the inner membrane. Beta. Inner and the outer membrane are there, and this is nucleus. Okay. Getting my point or not? Then this hypothesis says that this outer membrane, suppose this is the outer membrane, it has ribosome over it, इसके ऊपर ribosome होते हैं, and I can draw the ribosome like this. It has ribosome over it. According to this hypothesis, the outer membrane, a part of the outer membrane will evaginate. Evaginate means बाहर की तरफ निकलना. It will evaginate and get folded and refolded in the form of tubular structures. And these tubular structures, they also have ribosome over it. Listen carefully. Some part of the outer nuclear membrane, it is the, I can say, ONM, outer nuclear membrane. INM as inner nuclear membrane. The part of the outer nuclear membrane will evaginate to form a structure in the form of tubules or tubes, basically not tubules, tubes of which are interconnected with each other, and this structure is known as RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum. We will discuss today thoroughly about it. This is RER. Then They say, mean to say this smaller part of this membrane, it will flow outside. Evaginate means flow kiya wo. Then they say a part of this membrane, part of the RER, it will evaginate to form a network of what? Fine tubules. ऐसे आप पतले पतले ट्यूब्यूल जो है वो बना सकते हैं, जिनका डायमीटर बहुत कम होगा, उन्हें ट्यूब्यूल्स कहेंगे, लाइक दिस. एंड दिस इज द SER और द स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. Okay. So the membrane of the outer nuclear membrane will flow to form the RER, and the membrane of the RER will flow to form, and that means evaginate to form SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then they say this membrane will blab out. Blabbing means there is one word. Blabbing. Blabbing means to outgrow and then pinching off. That is the pinched off. पहले फूलना फिर अलग हो जाना. This membrane of the SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, will blab out to form some vesicles which are called transition vesicles, my dear friends. See carefully. These transition vesicles, तो membrane SER की कहाँ चलेगी? Transition vesicle. These transition vesicles, they join with each other to form a structure, okay, in the form of a tube, and these tubes, like these are the tubes formed by the joining of the transition vesicle, and they blab out or they get swollen at their edges, and this is the structure which is called the cisternae. I am going to discuss with you in detail, and such cisternae they will keep on forming, and they are in the stack of, एक तह में आ जाते हैं, they are in stack of 6 to 8, and now this structure is called very important structure, the Golgi bodies. The Golgi bodies. These Golgi bodies, their membrane will blab out to form very important structure, which is lysosome. So the outer nuclear membrane will move out, evaginate, that will flow to form RER. RER's membrane will form SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its membrane will form Golgi body. Golgi body will form lysosome. So it believes that the membrane is running in this way up to the lysosome. This is a membrane flow hypothesis, not a theory, not a principle. It is an hypothesis. So it is on your screen, my dear friends. Nucleus will form endoplasmic reticulum, which form vesicles, which will form Golgi bodies, and here the plasma membrane. This Golgi body will form some of the vesicles which form lysosome, and it forms some vesicles which form plasma membrane. So I simply want to conclude that the membrane flow is there. It will evaginate, and the various organelles they will got formed. But basically three, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body and lysosome, they are interconnected with each other. So for that reason, they are the part of endomembrane system. So let us discuss them one by one. ER stands for endoplasmic reticulum. They were discovered by the Porter, Claude and Fullman. What basically endoplasmic reticulum are? Endoplasmic reticulum होते क्या है? Let us see. It is enough now. See here. See on your screen. This is the nucleus, Outer nuclear membrane will evaginate to form and very complicated a network of membranes, interconnected membranous tubes to form cisternae. These interconnected tubes, these are called cisternae, my dear friends. Cisternae. Okay. Cisternae have a characteristic feature that they have the ribosome over it. These are ribosome. Clear? Then, as we know, we have discussed these cisternae, they will evaginate to form very fine tubules without ribosomes, and these very fine tubes without ribosome are known as tubules, and they will form the third component of the endoplasmic reticulum, which is the transition vesicles. So cisternae, then tubules, and the transition vesicle. This is the structure of what? Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, what it will do? Let us see here. The major function of the endoplasmic reticulum is what? See, suppose this is the cell. This is the plasma membrane, my dear friends. ये plasma membrane है. And this is the nucleus here in the center. And it will form, the outer membrane will form. Similarly here, the network of what? Membranes. That is like this. It is endoplasmic reticulum. Both RER, SCR, I will discuss it. What is the difference between RER, SCR? अभी तक हम endoplasmic reticulum नहीं करेंगे. And what this endoplasmic reticulum will do? It is more extensive. Pattern is there. So it will divide the cell into compartments like this, like this, like this. It is a network of the membrane which divides the cell into compartments, so that the localization of the cell organelle or the material or the part of the cell will occur. So it will do the compartmentalization of cell. ये compartment में तब्दील कर देता है cell को. So what is the endoplasmic reticulum now? It is a network or reticulum of tiny tubular structure. A network or reticulum jala, reticulum in jala of tiny tubular structures scattered in cytoplasm, cytoplasm में पड़ी हुई है. It divides the intercellular space into compartments. Now there are compartments. These are the compartments of cytoplasmic compartment, and this is the lumen of these tubes. उनका सेंटर है. दिस इज द ल्यूमिनल कंपार्टमेंट. ये बेटा ल्यूमिनल कंपार्टमेंट होगा जो लाइक दिस इज एन ट्यूब्यूल. ओके, दिस इज द इनर साइड, दैट इज द ल्यूमेन ऑफ द cisternae or tubule. So this is the luminal compartment, while outside this there is cytoplasmic compartment. So he divides the intracellular space into compartments, that is luminal inside endoplasmic reticulum, and the extraluminal or cytoplasmic compartment. The endoplasmic reticulum, it consists of, you will see here, basically the structure which is majorly formed by the cisternae. Here, जो आपको ब्लू कलर में दिखाई दे रहा है, ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है बच्चों, this is formed by the cisternae. This is the RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why rough? I will tell you in the next picture. And this is the tubules and the vesicle, transition vesicles are there. This is the part of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SCR. Let's see in the another structure here. See, it is here, the cisternae will appear like this. This is the nucleus. It is the outer nuclear membrane will evaginate to form rough endoplasmic reticulum. See here, it is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. It is formed by the cisternae having the ribosome over it. और मैं एक और बात बता दूं, cisternae पे ribosomes attach हुए हैं. For the attachment of ribosome, there is a requirement of proteins which are called ribofourin 1 and 2. So ribofourins are the protein which attach the ribosome to the membrane of the endoplasmic reticulum, particularly RER. As the ribosomes are present over it, so their surface, it appears to be rough. So that is rough endoplasmic reticulum. While on SCR here, see on your picture, these are the tubules. Without the ribosome, their membrane they appear smooth. For that reason, they are called the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Is it clear or not? So, endoplasmic reticulum have three components: cisternae, tubules, and the transition vesicle. Cisternae are nothing; they are the flattened sacs of the endoplasmic reticulum, which generally lie parallel to one another like a stack or bundle. वो तह में पड़े होते हैं या बंडल की तरह पड़े होते हैं. Tubules, they are fine tubes like extension of the endoplasmic reticulum that form reticular system along with the cisternae and vesicle. They are the part of, basically the part. Tubules and vesicle are the parts of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. पर RER के cisternae के साथ, along with the cisternae of the RER, they form an intense network. Okay. Then the transition vesicles are there. They are the oval or rounded sacs of the endoplasmic reticulum. Many of them are scattered in the cytoplasm, and some are attached with the component of the endoplasmic reticulum. So there are three components. Types of endoplasmic reticulum. As discussed, there are two kinds of endoplasmic reticulum. One are RER, other one are SCR. What is RER? RER stands for rough endoplasmic reticulum, while SCR stands for smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER consists of cisternae, while SCR consists of tubules and vesicles. Ribosomes, they are present over the RER and absent over SCR. Ribofourin proteins, for the attachment of the ribosomes, they are present on the RER cisternae, while they are absent over the SCR. The main functions of the RER, it is the protein synthesis, because the ribosome are the protein factories. So they form the proteins which are required in the cytoplasm, or some of the protein required in the cytoplasm, but proteins required in the plasma membrane and in the extracellular fluid. So the protein formation is the function of RER, while the function of SCR, it is the lipid and steroid hormone synthesis. Okay, then see. Functions of endoplasmic reticulum. It gives mechanical support to the cytoplasmic matrix. एक एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम है, उसमें पड़ा होता है, तो it will work as a skeleton to give the cytoplasmic matrix and support. It do the localization of cell organelles by doing the compartmentalization of the cell. It help in the intracellular transport. The proteins formed in the lumen by the ribosome, the protein formed by the ribosome of the endoplasmic reticulum RER, they will go to the lumen, and from lumen they will be transported to the SCR, then from SCR to the Golgi body and to the lysosome and the plasma membrane or the ECF, extracellular fluid, interstitial fluid. Formation of the nuclear membrane, then protein synthesis by RER, lipid and steroid hormone synthesis by SCR, exclusive function of these two endoplasmic reticulum. Then some of more function of the SCR. One is the ascorbic acid synthesis. The retinal pigments, जो retina में होते हैं, one is the rhodopsin and the iodine. They are also formed in the retinal cell by the endoplasmic reticulum of the retinal cell. Then steroid hormones like testosterone in testes, these are steroidal hormone. Testis के अंदर testosterone, estrogen in ovaries, they are formed by the endoplasmic reticulum of their cells. Then glycosinolysis, which occur in the liver cells, which is the breakdown of the glycogen to form the glucose. It's the breakdown of the glycogen to form glucose. The glycosinolysis in the liver cell, it is also done by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum of liver cells. Then one more, not written in this particular, but these are the sarcoplasmic reticulum, my dear friends. What are the sarcoplasmic reticulum? This is very important. मैंने इसलिए नहीं लिखा because I want to discuss with you. Sarcoplasmic reticulum. It is a kind of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and sarco is the term related to what? जब कभी भी sarco word आएगा it means muscles. So these are the smooth endoplasmic reticulum of muscles. So sarcoplasmic reticulum, they help in the contraction and relaxation of the muscle cells. That is the muscle. तो हम पढ़ेंगे आप इसको डिटेल में जब हम muscles physiology करेंगे. Then see the Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies basically they were discovered by the Camillo Golgi in the Barn-Ole nerve cell. He named them as the apparato reticulare interno. Apparato reticulare interno. Because they are also, in the form of a network. For that reason, reticulare word is there. The term Golgi body is given in honor to Camillo Golgi, and it was given by Caswell. They are nothing. They are the cell organelles of smooth membrane, sacs, cisternae, tubules और वेसिकल. वैसे ही जैसे एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम है, वैसे ही ये भी सिस्टर्नी, ट्यूब्यूल्स और वेसिकल के बने हुए स्मूथ मेम्ब्रेन स्ट्रक्चर है, नॉट रफ. स्मूथ मेम्ब्रेन सैक्स, सिस्टर्ने, जो स्मूथ मेम्ब्रेन सैक्स इनको सिस्टर्ने कहा है यहाँ पे. वहाँ पे याद रखें एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम में हमने सिस्टर्ने किसे कहा था? रफ मेम्ब्रेन सैक्स को. यहाँ पे स्मूथ मेम्ब्रेन सैक्स, दे आर कॉल्ड द सिस्टर्नी, देन ट्यूब्यूल एंड वेसिकल्स. सो Golgi bodies are the cytoplasmic organelles of smooth membrane sacs, which are called cisternae, tubules and vesicles, which take part in the elaboration and secretion of complex biochemicals. The protein molecules which are formed by the Golgi, rough endoplasmic reticulum, the lipid and steroid formed by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they are processed in the Golgi bodies, cisternae and tubules. What is the structure? See here. This is the structure of Golgi body. It is in the form of a network. These are the cisternae, the tubules, in the stack of 4 to like this. These are in this form. Stack. Like suppose this is one cistern, second, third, fourth, like this. Like this. 1, 2, 3. They are in this way. Okay. Then from their edges arise the tubules and then the vesicles. खासियत क्या है देखें आप. There are two phases. There are two phases. This is the convex phase. This is the concave phase. The convex phase of the Golgi body, it is called the cis phase or proximal phase or the forming phase. While the concave phase, okay, this is called known as the trans phase or distal phase or the maturing phase. The cisternae of the maturing phase, they give rise to the tubules and the vesicles. cis phase में बन रहे होते हैं ट्रांजिशन वेसिकल के जुड़ने से, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था ट्रांजिशन वेसिकल के जुड़ने से बनते हैं. और मैच्योरिंग फेज जो ट्रांस फेज है वहां पे मैच्योर हो रहे होते हैं और वो वहां पे और वेसिकल्स बनाएंगे, वैक्यूल्स बनाएंगे वहां पे. क्लियर? देयर आर वैक्यूल्स आर ऑफ बेसिकली 3 काइंड्स. वन आर स्मूथ वेसिकल, अदर वन आर कोटेड. लिखा हुआ देखिए, वेसिकल्स, जहां वेसिकली लिखा है वो स्मूथ है, उनकी मेम्ब्रेन स्मूथ है. अदर वन आर क्लैथरिन कोटेड वेसिकल्स. Clathrin protein is there. You know, these Golgi bodies, they form vesicles of Golgi bodies. बेसिकली है तो तीन तरह के, पर हम दो तरह के भी डिस्कस करेंगे. थर्ड को मैं स्पेशल नाम देता हूं, वो है Golgian vesicles or Golgian vesicle or vacuole. Golgian vesicle. These one are smooth and one are Clathrin coated. The function of the Clathrin coated vacuoles, it is not clear till today. For the smooth, they have the material, proteins, lipids, steroids, which have to be transported either to the plasma membrane or either to the extracellular fluid. These Golgian vesicles, they are the special vesicles. They form lysosomes. This is the Golgian vesicle. It has the proteins. Proteins होंगी और वे लाइसोसोम बना देंगी, और लाइसोसोम के अंदर वे प्रोटीन्स एंजाइम के रूप में काम करते हैं. They will work as enzymes in lysosomes. So component wise, they have the three component basically. What we write the Golgi vesicle as separate one. So cisternae, these are the flattened sac of which are generally parallel to one another in the stack of 6 to 8. They are concentrically arranged. Their convex phase is the cis or the forming phase. Their concave phase is the trans or the what? Maturing phase or distal phase. Then tubules, they are interconnected, short branch and interconnected hollow filamentous structures which develop on the sides of the cisternae which are present in the maturing phase. Vesicle, these are the small sacs. There are two kinds, smooth vesicle and coated vesicle, as I have discussed. Smooth vesicle will have the material which go to the plasma membrane, or they have the material which is either transported to the plasma membrane or to the extracellular fluid or the interstitial fluid. While the Golgi vesicle are very important, they will form the lysosomes. Functions. The main function of it is the secretory, organelle. Secretion is the main function. The packing material to deliver either to the intracellular targets or secreted outside the cell. Secretion. पैक करना उसको, मॉडिफाई करना उसको, लाइक कार्बो जो प्रोटीन्स बनी है उनके साथ कार्बोहाइड्रेट सियालिक एसिड को जोड़ना है ना, वो देर आर डिफरेंट. तो द मॉडिफिकेशन, पैकिंग एंड मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द मटेरियल इट इज डन इन द Golgi body. Modification of protein found by ribosome present on the endoplasmic reticulum. Formation of glycoprotein and glycolipid is one more function. Then see lysosomes. Lysosomes are the very important cell organelle discovered by the Christian de Tube. They are the single membrane, small vesicular cytoplasmic organelle. Nothing, as I have discussed with you. Single membrane vesicular structure having the protein in the form of enzymes which are called acid hydrolysis. Why acid hydrolysis? Because these enzymes, they work in acidic pH of 4 to 5 and they are involved in the intracellular digestion. Let us see how. These are the lysosomes. Lysosomes, they have a membrane, single membrane, and the matrix inside that. Matrix have the hydrolytic enzyme as on your screen, which are called the acid hydrolysis because they work in the pH of 4 to 5. कंपोनेंट वाइज सेल मेम्ब्रेन है. मैं आपको इनकी एक खासियत बताना चाहूंगा. ये जो एसिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस है, दे आर ऑफ डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज. एसिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस प्रेजेंट इन द मैट्रिक्स, हियर दे आर ऑफ डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज. हर एक कैटेगरीज के हैं. दे कैन डाइजेस्ट एवरी काइंड ऑफ द बायोमोलिक्यूल, whether carbohydrate, whether protein, whether lipid, whether nucleic acid, whether phosphate acid, phosphate, whether sulfate, sulfur compounds. So they are of the different categories: proteases, lipases, carbohydrates or glycosidases, phosphatases, sulfatases, and one more, nucleases and lysozymes. Nucleases on the top. They are of different category: nucleases, proteases, lipases, carbohydrates, glycosidases भी कहते हैं उन्हें, then phosphatases, sulfatases and lysozymes. Lysozymes क्या होते हैं? Lysozymes are very important, you know. Lysozymes are, they digest the wall of the bacteria, which are the muramic acids. So, lysozymes are the enzymes. Lysozymes are the enzymes which are basically called muramaces. Muramaces, why? Because they digest the muramic acid present in the cell wall of bacteria. Muramic acid जो cell wall bacteria में present है, उसको digest कर देगा, इसलिए eat up कर देगा, इसलिए वो muramaces कहलाते हैं. And they are present in the lumen of lysosome. Lumen have matrix which contain the hydrolytic enzyme which are called the acid hydrolysis. Remaining is the biomembrane. अब सुनिएगा पहले मैं इसकी लाइसोसोमल मेम्ब्रेन. मैं लाइसोसोमल मेम्ब्रेन को डिस्कस करने से पहले आपसे कुछ बात कर दूं. देखिए, दे आर प्रेजेंट हियर इन द साइटोप्लाज्म, और इनके अंदर है क्या? ऐसे सारे एंजाइम हैं जो प्रोटीन, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, न्यूक्लिक एसिड सब कुछ पचा सकते हैं. दे कैन डाइजेस्ट ईच एंड एवरी बायोमॉलिक्यूल. ओके, and the only separation between the biomolecules of cell and the enzyme of the lysosome is only that membrane, lysosomal membrane. सेल के बायोमोलिक्यूल्स और लाइसोसोम के एंजाइम के बीच में एक बैरियर है, that is the lysosomal membrane. If it get burst, then what happen? It will digest the component, the biomolecule, the component of the cell, its own cell. So for that reason it is also called the suicidal bags. But usually it will not do like this. Why? It means, as we know, the membrane also consists of lipid and proteins, carbohydrate. Why it is not able, why the enzymes of the lysosome, they are not able to digest the membrane of the lysosomes? It is also in question. It is due to the presence of certain compounds in it, in the membrane of the lysosome, which are called the membrane stabilizers. Now see the membrane of lysosome. The lysosomal membrane is, lipoproteinase biomembrane. It is generally strengthened by the membrane stabilizers. तभी उसको डाइजेस्ट कर पाते क्योंकि वहां पे membrane stabilizers हैं. These are cholesterol, cortisol, phenothiazine, then heparin, chloroquine, antihistamine, and etc. other compounds. But sometime disease occur, autoimmune disease is there. What happened in that disease? Due to the presence of certain biomolecules, this membrane become fragile. Its strength got weakened, and the membrane got burst, and enzyme will move into the cytoplasm of the cell and digest that. These biomolecules are called membrane levelizers. It can be destabilized by the membrane levelizers like lipid soluble vitamins, ADEK, then steroid sex hormones, wild salts, digitonin, ubiquinone, X-rays and ultraviolet rays. अगर ये ज़्यादा हो जाए, इनका एक्सपोजर हो जाए इन चीज़ों से, तो वो मेम्ब्रेन को लेवलाइज कर देती है और वो मेम्ब्रेन क्या होगा? ब्रेक ऑफ हो जाएगा, और ब्रेक ऑफ हो गया तो वो उस पार्ट को डाइजेस्ट कर लेगा. देन lumen is there. The lysosome are of different types because the main function of the lysosome is the intracellular digestion. सेल के अंदर की डाइजेशन कैसे करते हैं देखें आप. बाहर से आप देख रहे हैं मटेरियल आ रहा है, सॉल्यूट आ रहा है, and the solute, it will be ingested into the cell in the form of phagosome. This is the endoplasmic reticulum. It forms the Golgi body. Golgi body will form the lysosome, which is called the primary lysosome. The lysosome formed by the Golgi vesicle, it is called primary lysosome. And बाहर से क्या आया? Phagosome. The solutes, जो मैटर बाहर से आया वो phagosome है. The primary lysosome will attach with the phagosome and form the heterophagosome. Heterophagosome is the another type of the lysosome which is called the secondary lysosome. Secondary lysosome are the lysosome which are formed by the combination of primary lysosome with other molecules. So one is the heterophagosome. It will cover the phagosome. Primary lysosome will cover the phagosome and pour its enzyme over it and digest the matter. The digested matter will be put into the cytoplasm for recycling, for the formation of new cell organelles. That is the reason the lysosome is also called the recycling center. And after taking these required material which have been digested earlier, but some of the material, some of the molecule, some of the substances, they will not get absorbed. They are not digested by them. They will remain in the form of residual body, and it will be thrown out by the ephagi. So residual body also have the lysosome, so it is one more kind of the secondary lysosome. Then sometimes what happen, the old cells of the body cell are there, they got born out, वो डेड हो जाते हैं, खत्म हो जाते हैं, खराब हो जाते हैं. They have to be thrown out, otherwise they become toxic. For them, the organelle which have got degraded, destroyed, born out, there is a formation of a membrane around these organelle which is called the isolation membrane, and this structure is called isolation body. Then over the isolation body, the lysosome, they will get attached and form a membrane and pour their enzyme over the this isolation body. Isolation body के ऊपर वो क्या करेंगे बच्चों, वो enzyme को pour कर देंगे and digest the same, and remnant is the residual body. So there are two kind of the lysosome. One is the primary lysosome found by the Golgi vesicle, and other one are the secondary. They are mainly heterophagosome, and the phenomena of digesting the particles or the molecules or the substances from outside the cell, it is called heterophagy. Hetero mean different, phagy mean to eat. While digestion of its own cell organelles, born out cell organelles, is called autophagy, and autophagosome is there. It is the secondary, one more secondary lysosome. The secondary lysosome are heterophagosome, autophagosome, and the residual body. So the different lysosome are primary lysosome, secondary lysosome. Among the secondary one are heterophagosome, which are called the heterolysosome or the digestive vacuole also. Then the autolysosome भी इसे कहा जाता है, cytolysosome भी इसे कहा जाता है, और autophagic vacuole भी कहा जाता है. Then the residual body. The lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of the cell because why? Lysosome have acid hydrolysis in the matrix, which can digest every biomolecule. If it get burst in the cell, then it will digest the component of its own cell. So वो तो आत्मघाती थैली है इसके अंदर, सेल ने अपने अंदर ही आत्मघाती थैली रख रखी है. It is also called disposal bags of cells because they are involved in removal of the born out cell organelle out of the cell. जो सेल के अंदर जो खराब हो चुके हैं organelle, डेड हो चुके हैं, उनको बाहर फेंकने का काम करते हैं. These are also called recycling center because the metabolites made available through इंट्रासेलुलर स्क्वेंजिंग, जब देख रहे थे, और जो ऑटोफेगी हो रही थी, जो डाइजेस्टिव वैक्यूल है हेटेरोफेगोसोम बना या जो ऑटोफेगोसोम बना, उनसे जो डाइजेस्टिव मैटर है जो यूजेबल है उनको वो यूज करने के जो काबिल है उनको वो एब्जॉर्ब कर लिया जाता है जो यूजफुल नहीं है उन्हें बाहर और जो इंडाइजेस्टेड है उनको बाहर फेंका जाता है. So the metabolite made available through the intercellular squeezing are recycled for the formation of the newer cell organelles by the lysosome. For that reason they are called the what? Recycling centers. Functions: heterophagy, intercellular digestion. Okay, heterophagy, then autophagy, intercellular squeezing. स्क्वेंजिंग होता है ना साफ सफाई वाला काम. तो जो डेड वॉर्न हो गए, डेड हो गया, वॉर्न आउट हो गया, उनको बाहर फेंकने का काम हो रहा है. रिमूवल ऑफ द यूजलेस स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड वॉर्न आउट सेल, तो जो हमने डिस्कस किया. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. वी विल मीट यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. फॉर मोर वीडियोस सब्सक्राइब माय यूट्यूब चैनल. द लिंक इज गिवन हियर. When you subscribe that it and press the bell icons, it will give you the more notification about the videos. Till then, bye to all. Thank you.